Hi, everybody. How many of you out there are still playing video games? Hopefully, a good number of you did raise your hand. And at the end of the speech, I'm hoping that you agree with me that no matter how old you are, you should still be playing video games. Because not only is playing video games fun, but it's beneficial to people of all ages. And today, I will explain why video games can improve your cognitive, social, and emotional skills, and how you can overcome some of the objections to playing video games. First topic would be how video games can enhance your cognitive skills. Uh, with that, video games have been proven to improve your memory, your attention, your problem-solving skills, creativity, and even learning abilities. A study by uh, Bavelier found that video game players usually have better visual attention and working memory than non-players. Uh, Video games requires players to process a lot of information quickly and efficiently, which trains their brains to perform better in class activities than others. Now, it has been proven that some games may have negative effects on your cognition if they're too violent or addictive. Um, and some people argue that video games are just a waste of time and distract from more productive activities or more important activities. Even a report back from 2015 by the American Psychological Association linked violent video games to aggressive behavior in children. But as more research came out, that was debunked, or is continuing to be debunked. A recent reanalysis published in the Journal of Perspectives on Psychological Science came to a very different conclusion, indicating that there was no clear link between video games, violence, and aggression in children. And in addition to that, a study from Granite in 2014 actually found that video games can be a positive promoter of emotions and motivation and learning. The second is that video games can enhance your social skills. What has been known is that video games can actually provide opportunities for social interaction, feedback, and role playing. It fosters social competence and emotional intelligence. Now, this may not be true in all cases. Some people argue that video games are antisocial and reduce face-to-face communication, but there are many games that are cooperative games that require people to be together. One of my favorite games are what they call coach co-op games, which are games that are normally involving somewhere between 2 and 4 people that work together as a team to try to get activities and tasks done. One of my favorite being Overcooked, which is like a cooking game. And then there's another one that's called Moving Out, that both my son and my wife and my daughter, well, we pretty much all enjoy playing the game, where you have to pretty much moving a house, but in a very historical way. And there are studies that do support the social aspect. A study by Covert from 2014 found that online gamers actually have higher levels of social capital and civic engagement compared to non-gamers. And the last point is regarding video games and how they can enhance your emotional skills. Video games can help you cope with stress, anxiety, depression, and anger. I tend personally to know that when I'm upset, I do tend to play video games. They do try to help me relax, especially after a busy day at work or dealing with my kids or school, definitely so. And a study by Rusiniello of 2009 found that casual video games can reduce stress and improve mood in adults. Video games can offer a safe outlet for emotional expression, relaxation, and distraction from negative thoughts and feelings. Whenever I get upset, I like to play a good shooter game. Even fun games like, off the top of my mind, I forgot it, but it is the Mortal Kombat. There's nothing better than doing a fatality to help yourself with stress. Now, of course, some games do have a negative effect on emotional skills, especially if they're too frustrating or depressing. Like some games that just have like platformers, they can be very difficult and they can tend to lead to more stress. But in those situations, just try not to play those games when you're under stress. But in conclusion, I'm hoping that this gave a better understanding on how video games are good for all ages. And hopefully this speech will show you that you shouldn't have to put your controller down as you get older. Thank you.